Hey everyone, First T here. Thanks for checking out this YouTube channel. Congratulations, Justin Thomas, on winning the Players' Championship 2021. Here's his post-win virtual press conference interview.
All right, everybody, it's a pleasure to welcome 2021 Players Champion Justin Thomas to the interview room. JT, after Friday, you set 7 shots back and came out and shot a 64 Saturday and then followed up with a 68 today. Just this weekend and battling back, just how do you sum this up and what this victory means?
It means a lot. Obviously, it's a huge championship, very special. It's a tournament I've wanted to win, a tournament that I truly did feel like I was going to win at some point, and hopefully multiple times. I love the golf course. It was in incredible shape this week. The greens were so good. The fairways were perfect. Rough was long. It's just a great test of golf. I mean, that's why it's a Players Championship, and I tried to stay patient. You know, I felt like those last 3 holes on Friday changed the momentum for us for the tournament. You know, birdie in 16 and then that birdie on 18 was huge, and getting a little bit of momentum, and then kind of rode that into Saturday, and obviously had a great day. And then today it was about trying to get into position and then hang on from there.
Perfect. All right, guys, we're just going to go right into questions. We'll start with Mark Cannizzaro, New York Post.
Hey, JT, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Can you just talk about the roller coaster of emotions that the last 2 months has been for you, and maybe what this means to you? And perhaps this means a little bit, maybe a bit more powerful to kind of change the narrative a little bit from all the stuff you've been trying to work your way through since Sony.
Yeah, it's been bizarre. It was probably an understatement. It's been a crappy couple months. I've had stuff happen in my life I never thought I'd have happen, and I mean, you know, losing Grandpa was terrible, and you know, having to play a round of golf, dealing with that, and then on top of that, not playing well. It was a lot, and it took a lot on me mentally, but at the same time, that's just the way that it was. I had to figure it out and had to get over it. And if I wanted to come to these tournaments and have a chance to win, then I need to suck it up and get over it. You know, if I wanted to throw a pity party for myself or feel sorry for myself, then there's no reason to show up, and I can stay home until I feel like I'm ready. But I felt like I was in a good enough headspace where I could play. I just wasn't playing well, and then once I wasn't playing well, it was kind of snowballing. So this week was huge to win a big championship like this in front of fans again, which was incredible. You know, it tested me mentally, physically, emotionally, and I'm very proud of myself for getting it done.
Just as a quick follow-up, when you were on that run from 9 to 12, 5 under through 4 holes, can you describe what that zone is like? And at that point, was there any doubt in your mind you were going to win the golf tournament?
Doubt probably isn't the right word, but a lot of unknown. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that can happen. You know, you can hit a lot of great shots on 13 through 18 and not make one birdie or even play them over par. I mean, 17 is such a crapshoot this week with how firm that green was, and then you have adrenaline going, and 18 is 18, and I mean, there's a lot going on. So I knew that I needed to finish the job, and I felt like I didn't do a great job of it. Obviously, you know, hit great shot on 13, good putt, and you know, played 15 well. I got a kind of a bad break, I felt like, on my tee shot, and then played 16, 17 beautifully. So I'm proud of myself for that. But I was in such a great frame of mind and focus all day. I really felt like as soon as I started on one tee, I just was in a zone and in a focus that I felt like I could make the ball do what I wanted with it, and I felt like I could hit the putts exactly how I wanted. And yeah, it was nice to get in that little headspace.
Thanks, JT. Enjoy it.
Thanks.
You guys, next we'll go to Daniel Rappaport, Golf Digest.
Yeah, JT, good work. So you closed out Memphis last year, and there were no fans there. But there were fans there today, and they were quite in your face as you made that walk from 16 to 17. Can you just talk about what's the difference in nerves level winning a tournament with no fans and then winning a tournament with fans?
It's not even remotely close. I can't even attempt to explain it. I mean, it's like having a money game with your buddies, and then it's like playing in front of 10,000 people. I mean, it's hard to explain, but it is such a, I mean, you're nervous. Like, you want to win the tournament when there's no fans, and you feel it, but the things that I felt out there today And those last couple holes are something that I haven't felt in a really long time because of all this. I mean, in over a year, probably since like Mexico last year. So it's just bizarre. I mean, the hair on my arms and neck and legs were standing straight up, walking to 17 green, and to have to play 5 to 8 yards for adrenaline just because of the fans in the moment on 17 and 18 and other holes. I mean, it's stuff that's so hard to explain, but it felt great. I mean, that's why we all play. That's why we all do this. But it did feel great to be able to execute and hit some great shots in front of those fans today.
And then just as a quick follow-up, things kind of went crazy with the final group on 4. Bryson hit the top, and then Lee Westwood hit it in the water. Playing it in front, could you hear what was going on? Did you have a sense of kind of chaos that was playing out?
No, I didn't know. I mean, the only thing that I knew was whatever the leaderboard said.
All right, Doug Ferguson, Associated Press.
Justin, need to dumb this down for just a quick second. What clubs did you hit on 11 and 16?
I hit a 4-iron on 11 and a 5-wood on 16.
You played a number of really bold shots, as this course asked you to do a number of times, like the draw runner, whatever you want to call it, on 16, the club twirl on 18, if you will, the line you took there. What stands out to you? What are you most proud of the shots you really took on today?
I hit some really, really quality long irons. I hit that 5-iron on 9 was really, really good to be able to hit that green. Jimmy said it was the first time a player of his has ever had an eagle putt there, so I was glad to have that. And hit that 4-iron I hit on 11 was awesome. But that 5-wood on 16, I mean, how I played the entire 16th hole, because that tee shot does not fit my eye, but that's a shot that I've hit this week on 2 and then on 16 the last 2 days. Just kind of, it's similar to what I hit on 10 at Augusta. I tee it low and just shut the face and just kind of let it sling out there and try to get it on the ground and let it run. And with it being into the wind like that, I mean, it would have been a perfect 4-iron on a flat lie or a little downslope. But because I was on that huge upslope, it was playing probably 20, 25 yards more with that wind. So to try to hit a cut off of that upslope with a 5-wood, which was already going to go high, is something that I thought was tough, and to execute that exactly how we wanted was huge. So I'd say, although I hit some really good long irons, how I played 16 was awesome today.
Are you nervous on 18?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
When the ball was in the air, I mean?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I can't lie. I thought it was very 50-50 on if it was even going to be dry or in the water. The only thing I knew is that I just absolutely smoked it, that obviously the farther up you get, the better chance you have. And I knew that if you're able to kind of get that little like downslope that I did, or that I kind of hit on, and it can kind of get rolling. But I mean, that's the kind of stuff that happens when you win tournaments. You get lucky breaks like that, and yeah, it was too close for comfort, to say the least.
Good stuff. Thanks.
Thanks.
Steve DeMeglio, USA Today. Go ahead, Steve.
Steve.
Sorry, Justin, didn't hear.
You're good.
Did you give yourself a talking to walking from the 8th green to the 9th tee, or did something happen and all of a sudden, bang, boom, boom, boom?
No, I was playing so well those first 8 holes, and I felt like I was in a lot of good putts, just wasn't making anything, wasn't getting anything out of my round. I just tried to stay in that same mind frame. I really just tried to keep executing and hitting the shots how I wanted, and then I felt like the putts were going to fall eventually. Jimmy did a good job keeping me calm and in that frame of mind, but I knew that one hole wasn't gonna affect me or impact me. I know that you can shoot 6, 7, 8 under on the back 9 out here. You get it going, and I just tried to make sure that I was in the frame of mind to where that was even possible, or where that was able to happen. And that stretch 9 through 12 was huge for me.
And just curious, do you by any chance realize that you had hit the first 17 greens in regulation?
I did know that, and I'm not happy the fact that I missed 18 with a sand wedge to screw that up. But I should have backed off. I heard whoever was putting on 17. I heard the fans, and I was thinking about that over my shot instead of, which is just horrendous mental work by me. But yeah, I'm not happy I missed that green.
Thanks, big man.
Yeah.
All right, Cameron Morfitt, PGAtour.com.
Hey JT, congratulations on
Thanks.
the win. How close did you come to not playing the final round at Waste Management, and because of your grandpa? And then at what point did you think about him today, even if it was just maybe chatting with your dad about him after the round?
I never was thinking about not playing. I know him. After especially was talking with my grandma, and she was like, he's gonna want you to play, and I know he would want me to play. He'd be very mad at me if he would have found out that I didn't play. But it just was, yeah. I mean, that was the hardest round of golf I've ever played, and wasn't in the headspace to be trying to win a golf tournament. But I was trying for him. That was the main thing. But I thought about him this morning. I mean, think about him every day, but thought about him this morning. And then I think when I saw my dad walking up 18 was the first time during or since I teed off on one when I really thought about him.
And did it feel like a little bit of a double whammy with what happened to Tiger, a close friend of yours, so soon after losing your grandpa?
Yeah, I kept telling everyone on my team and my family, I'm ready for something good to happen this year. It's been a pretty bad year, and a lot of bad things have happened, but that's life. That's a part of it, and you got to take it for what it is and try to get better because of it, and you know, take everything that's happening with a grain of salt, and yeah, I'd say this qualifies as something good.
I guess so. Congrats.
Thanks.
Go back to Doug Ferguson, Associated Press.
You think about JT where you were at the start of the year and the wild detours that have been mentioned before. Did it take winning do you think, to kind of straighten out the path, to feel like you're back on track, if you will?
I don't think so. I mean, the headspace that I was in this week, I think was a huge step for me. I was in just a great headspace. I was in a lot better place than I have been the last couple months. So I mean, I think that was huge, and I don't think it's any coincidence that my golf was better. I think it's you have so much time to think out there between shots, before rounds, while you're sleeping, before you're sleeping, you know, over the shot. I mean, there's so much time, and it's such a big difference from, you know, other kind of reactive sports, is that we have so much time to think, and it was really hard for me not to kind of sway and start thinking about different things, and that affected me. But like I said earlier, I think with Todd, is I've been working really hard on getting myself back to where I should be and where I want to be, and yeah, I mean, winning definitely helps. Winning helps everything, but I think just the fact of the headspace I was in this week was a big positive.
How'd you find it? How'd you get there to that headspace you're talking about? It's not easy to do, I wouldn't think.
No, I did. I mean, I did a lot of things. I mean, I talked to people. I've reached out to people. I mean, it's not. I mean, I'm not embarrassed to say that I've reached out to talk to people to kind of let my feelings out and discuss stuff with them. And you know, I think it's something, especially at our level. You know, a lot of people probably think that they're bigger and better than that, but you know, some of the thoughts and things I was feeling, it wasn't fair to myself, and I needed to do something. And my girlfriend Jill was very helpful with that, and stand on me to make sure that I was taking care of myself, like I would want it to do for anyone else in my family. So yeah, I just like I do in my golf. If things going on in life, I need to work on it to try to get it better.
Had you ever had to do that before?
No.
Pretty low maintenance.
Yeah, I guess.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go Michael Bamberger, golf.com.
Thank you very much. When you were flying home from LA after that miscut, where was your head then? And could you have imagined turning things around so quickly at that point?
My head was not in a good place then, and no, I could not imagine turning it around this quickly. I think DJ is a great example of someone I've thought about a lot, and I mean, Jimmy and I literally talked about it today. I mean, the place that he was in and how he was playing when we played with him in Columbus last year, and then how he finished off the year was, I can't put it into words how insanely impressive, and how I wish more people saw how he played those first 2 days for what he did the rest of the year. And golf is such a hard game. It does that. I mean, you can look, your score can look a lot worse than how you're playing, and vice versa. And he was going through some tough stuff and tough times, but we all know DJ mentally is really, really strong, and he stays very even keel and forgets stuff easily. And I think that's something that that I may have used a little bit to say, I've just had a couple of bad weeks, and those I didn't play as poorly as he did in that, and then look what he did. He won the FedEx Cup, won the Masters, and did so many great things, and back to #1 in the world and dominating. So I'm like, if he can do it, why can't I? Type thing. So I think using examples here and there, but what he did definitely helped.
Congratulations once again, Justin Thomas. What are your thoughts on the Players Championship 2021? Let me know in the comments section below, and please click on the thumbs up icon if you liked this video. Subscribing to this YouTube channel and sharing the video also helps, and don't forget to click on the notification button for this channel so you won't miss the next First 2T video.